Can 17 seconds a day make a difference in what it is you're trying to manifest? The most important time of day for you to connect to the source of the creator so you can manifest everything you desire is first thing in the morning. And in this video, I will show you why the first 17 seconds after you open your eyes is the most important time to manifest your greatest desires. I will show you the steps and I'll show you why. What is behind the 17 seconds? It's a rule, basically, the 17-second rule. And when you first open your eyes in the morning, that is the best time to manifest. Why? Because in the morning, you have a clear connection with the source of the creator. And the source of the creator wants you to have everything you desire, more than you could even imagine. The thing is, a lot of people focus on what they would like to create and what they want to manifest right before they go to sleep. There's even teachings on this. However, this 17-second rule has to do with the law of attraction, what you are thinking, this vibrational energy. And if you've had a stressful day, you've been bombarded by things like we all have been, perhaps a call you needed to make you weren't able to, or you're expecting a call that didn't come in. Perhaps you're expecting a check in the mail, whatever it may be. You have this running in the background. And what happens in the universe when you're trying to manifest is your thoughts are like the antenna that goes out to the universe. And your feeling is the magnet that draws it back. So what happens when it's the evening or later in the day sometimes and you're trying to focus on what it is that you want to manifest? You may be starting to think and think and think about what it is you're trying to create. But in the background, you have all these things from the day that have happened that is not allowing you to really feel and fall into that energy. So what happens is that there's a disconnect. And what you need is alignment. You need to have your head and your heart aligned to be able to send that vibrational energy out to the universe, to have that to act like that magnet to draw it back. So when you are trying really hard to overcome what happened during the day and you're trying to really get into the feeling of what it is you want to manifest, chances are you still have some remnants from the day left over. So sometimes it could send out, like I said, a confusing message to the universe. So the trick is the first 17 seconds, as soon as you open your eyes, you do not pick up your phone because you have 17 seconds. Now you have 4 cycles of 17 seconds for a total of 68. So perhaps you want to manifest something in the area of health or wealth. The minute you wake up, you need to remember this. You need to think about the thoughts what you want to manifest, what you want to create for 17 seconds. And stay on that over and over and over until you get to 68 seconds, because that's the momentum you need to create the vibrational energy to send what it is that you're trying to manifest out to the universe. The law of attraction is about a vibrational energy. It's the point of attraction because your outside world is a reflection of where you have been putting your focus. Law of attraction talks about momentum. When you wake up in the morning, if your first thought is about something that happened the day before, and you're thinking about that for 17 seconds, then you think about it for another 17 seconds, the momentum starts to build. Then another 17 seconds, another 17 seconds, and the momentum is starting to build. Now you're creating a vibration out there to the universe of what you really don't want. And that's why your outside world is not matching what it is that you want. So the key behind the 17 seconds is to focus on what it is that you want and do it for 17 seconds. Do it another 17 seconds, you're building momentum. Another 17 seconds. That's what you want until you get to 68 seconds, because this is the time of day when you are mostly connected to the source of creator without any interference, without any static. And this is when you're able to go ahead and send that vibrational energy out into the universe. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't do it later on in the day. It doesn't mean you can't do it at night. It just means that the greatest chance that you have of connecting with the light source of the Creator to manifest what it is you want is first thing in the morning, after your brain has had a rest, after you've slept. That is the best time to manifest. The teaching behind the law of attraction comes from Esther Hicks, a very well-known person in the spiritual realm, it seems like forever, and she channels Abraham. When she was asked who Abraham is, she answered that Abraham is a collective consciousness. Some people will refer to this collective consciousness as God or the light of the Creator. So for purposes of manifestation, Esther Hicks talks about connecting to this vibrational energy and the law of attraction. What you want to, again, do is tap into the vibrational energy of the source of the Creator. That is the greatest opportunity that you have to manifest. How do you know if you're connecting? How do you know you're aligning to the source of all creation? How do you know? There's a calmness, a subtlety that comes over. Not something you have to fight. After you've done the work, the first 17 seconds, 4 rounds till you get to 68 seconds, there will be a subtle calmness, a knowingness that you did make a connection. Then you'll have clarity and feel good about the process of what you went through. If you were trying to overpower your thoughts, perhaps it's later in the day, perhaps it's in the evening, and you have been bombarded with a lot of things during the day, but you have to get that meditation in you. You're trying harder and harder and harder, and the harder you try, the further away that you get from the source of the Creator when you're trying to manifest. Well, it's okay to try to manifest your greatest desire at nighttime before you sleep. And the point of attraction, what you're trying to focus on, is not active when you sleep. When you wake up, you might be thinking what it is that you were thinking about before you went to sleep. If you were thinking that your subconscious thoughts are going to be creating and manifesting what it is that you were meditating on or thinking about, what you want to manifest before you go to sleep, that is not how the law of attraction works. That vibrational energy is at rest while you're sleeping. When you are trying to manifest and you are stuck on yesterday's train, the negative thought patterns over and over, here's a trick on what to do. The law of attraction is based on what you were focusing on. That's why I think it's called a point of attraction. So if you are focusing on negative things and you can't seem to just break the thought pattern, stop and then back up. Generalize your focus. It is the opposite of what you want to do. When you're trying to manifest, you are thinking about a specific thing that you're putting your energy on. And that's what you want to manifest. If you're finding yourself in a thought pattern over and over of a negative thought, trying to just stop it is going to make you think about it more. Back up and loosen the focus on it and generalize it more. That's when it starts to subside. How do you put the 17-second rule into action when you want to manifest? First thing, when you wake up in the morning, do not pick up your phone. Think about what it is that you want to manifest. That's called the point of attraction, and now your mind is focusing on it. You do this for 17 seconds. You do it for another 17 seconds. You're starting to build momentum. Another 17 seconds, another 17 seconds. You have had that momentum now for 68 seconds, which is what you need to get your message out there to the universe without any static. I'm putting this 17-second rule to the test. In my life, in my own personal life, I recently have had a parent who is nearing the end stages of life. And I lost my other parent 2.5 years ago. And no matter what I did, no matter what the doctors told me, no matter what people told me, it did not matter if I was doing more than the rest of the world, or that I heard, you're such an amazing daughter, no one does this. It really didn't matter. No matter how much I did, I never felt it was enough. So now, and then I lost that parent. And now I am faced with this with my other parent. And although I'm doing everything that I can to keep this parent alive, I know that it doesn't feel like it's ever going to be enough. and I have a child, I have a daughter. I'm often pulled apart. What do I do? My parent needs me now, and I know no matter what, it's going to feel not like a win-win. A friend of mine who's a therapist said to me, Jody, I want you to start saying, I am enough. Every morning, every day, just say, I am enough, I am enough. So when I wake up every morning, before I pick up that phone, my point of attraction, what I start to think about for the first 17 seconds, and then beyond and beyond and beyond, is I am enough. How do I know this is working? Well, you don't really, right? Because it's something that is non-physical. I am saying a mantra, I'm saying a thought that will help me feel not guilty, that will make me feel that no matter what I'm doing is enough. So far, I have had less stress. I feel more peaceful with the process, having more grace, and I'm doing the best that I can. And is it this mantra? I don't know. It's hard to tell when it's physical versus non-physical. What I do know is I've been saying it and I've been feeling better. I would love to hear what it is that you are trying to manifest. Is it in the area of love, health, finances? Drop me a comment below. I will reply with a mantra or a phrase for you to be focusing on for your first 17 seconds in the morning, 4 cycles to get to 68. If you need some ideas when you first wake up, what to be thinking about for your point of attraction, you might say something as simple as, today is going to be an amazing day, and everything that I desire is coming to me easily and without effort. Or it might be, I'm supported and guided, and everything is being taken care of. Another good one could be, and I love this one, I expect good surprises today. Imagine if you said that 17 seconds over and over. I expect good surprises today. Or perhaps I'm tuning into clarity and everything that I want is coming my way. 17 seconds. I'm tuning into clarity and everything that I want is coming my way. You don't even have to know and even be clear with this one. It's like the universe knows exactly what you want ahead of time. In fact, the universe wants you to have even more than you could even imagine that you want for yourself.